Now, he might be the greatest detective in the whole wide world, but I did figure out the killer before him. Death on the Nile stars Kenneth Branagh, Armie Hammer, Gal Gadot, and Emma Mackey, and is about while on vacation on the Nile River, the detective must investigate the murder of a young heiress. Now, back in 2017, Murder on the Orient Express came out and made a whole bunch of money. Reason why I remember that is because it was right when I started working in the movie theater, and it was an odd, strange movie that just made a ton of money. And I remember seeing it and actually bought it on Blu-ray because the movie is not horrible. It was just a slow whodunit kind of movie. So for this new one come out, obviously it was delayed a couple times. Heck, at one point I didn't even know it was going to come out into theaters, and it's finally hitting theaters this Friday, and I got a chance to see it a little bit early. And I will say, if you are a huge murder mystery fan or a fan of the books, I would probably recommend this movie. But if you just do not like murder mysteries and hate sitting there thinking, who did it? I don't want to know who did it. I want to know who did it. Then probably don't go watch this movie. Starting off with my positives is Kenneth Branagh. As an actor and as a director, he is a really good actor. And in this movie, you can tell he's having a ton of fun playing the detective. And I'm not going to say his name because I will screw up. I can't say his name. So the detective, I think he's great in this role, and I think he's having a blast doing this role. I think I said that in the first movie. He is probably the best part in the first movie. It was a solid mystery movie. In this movie, I honestly feel the same way. The movie gives enough to where if you really are into this movie, you're gonna have fun with it. But I will say, that first 30 to 40 minutes of this movie, before the mystery begins, it's really slow, and it's your easy cliche, let's set up every character we know to get us all intrigued. You of course have Gal Gadot and Armie Hammer, who are a brand new couple on this boat, who are on the river, and something happens. Again, I don't want to spoil anything because I really had not a clue about anything going in. All I knew is probably a murder on a boat, he's got to figure out the mystery. And that's basically what you get. And you know, if you really are going in that mindset saying, I want to see this movie, I want to have fun, I think you're gonna really like this movie. But like I said, the movie is just like the first one, where it's a slow build. There's all these characters that are basically cliche characters you've seen in many other movies. The only difference here is Kenneth Branagh is behind the camera directing it and making a good looking movie. I think costumes-wise, productions-wise, the cinematography, it looks colorful, vibrant. I mean, we get a great jazz kind of scene in the very beginning of this movie. I felt the power of the music, whatever. It was good. I really enjoyed that kind of stuff. Now, on technical, like, CGI green screen, yeah, some of that green screen was really 2003, and I could tell. Really much could tell. And obviously, they probably were in Egypt in a lot of scenes, maybe, I think, but on a lot of parts, you can tell there's a green screen or a blue screen behind them. But again, it's all about the murder mystery. It's all about wondering who did it, who done it, and that's the fun of this movie. And I think once it actually starts, the incident begins, then it begins. And like I said in the very beginning of this video, I figured out the killer. I figured out exactly, because I sat there and I was like, okay, I think it's this person. And then once it happens, I was like, I think it's this person. Now, I couldn't figure out each clue and clue to figure out all the twists and ties to what happened, but I did figure out the killer. And again, no spoilers whatsoever, but if you figure it out, leave a comment down below. But don't spoil the killer, please. Don't be that dick. But I had fun with it once the mystery began. I was sitting there for a good 30 minutes saying, I am really bored and I'm not into it. Then the mystery begins, I got more into it, and by the end of the movie, I was like, you know what? It was fine. It's just like the first one to me, even though I've only seen the movie like one time. It's fine. It's enjoyable to watch. And also, we do get a very strange origin story on a certain thing in this movie that was not necessary whatsoever. But again, it's a murder mystery. I'm going to give Death on the Nile a C+. And honestly, if you think that's a bad grade, don't even think that, because honestly, I kind of thought this movie was going to be either really bad, really just cliche, but again, by the end of it, I had fun with it. It's nothing like game-changing or whatever. I just think it's a watchable movie. I probably wouldn't pay a ton of money to go watch it like in IMAX or Dolby or anything, but maybe like a Redbox rental or if a rainy night, maybe on HBO kind of deal, I would say this is that kind of movie. Anyway, guys enjoy this review, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.